Hello and welcome to video number 3 in What's in the Nordic Stitches library. And today I want to talk to you about my favorite Norwegian designer. She is the one who actually inspired me to start making my own knitting patterns. So that's very special. And I also have one book for sewing patterns. And I'm hoping to start dabbling into this year. So this is 2018 that I'm recording this. And I also have 2 Norwegian magazines called Garn. You will have heard about this if you watch my channel, Emilia from Arctic Knitting or Skander Knits. You will know what this is all about. And I'm talking to English viewers now. If you're Norwegian and also watch the Strikketerapi YouTube channel, you will probably also know what this is about. I don't know if any other Norwegian podcasters do talk about it because I can't watch all the YouTube channels. I would not have anything left to do. And I also have 2 rib magazines. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about in this video. So first let's tackle this one, Made by Me. This is a Norwegian book. Don't know why they titled it to Made by Me, because in Norwegian we say laget av meg or handmade, håndlaget. Yeah. Anyway, Made by Me. I love wrinkled stuff like that. So I really want my first sewing project to be a skirt with a very thick waistband like that. So basically I want to make that just as a skirt. Maybe I should do that. And it comes with pattern sheets. It says so right in there. This one has sewing bloggers' best recipes. I do not know if they have blogs today. I don't read blogs. Okay, so I have almost not flipped through these, and I've had this book since my 30th birthday. Well, a little before, because for my 30th birthday, I asked my mom for it. When my mom said, "You can ask for anything, and I will get it for you, up to a certain price limit," and I said, I want a sewing machine, not because I wanted to start sewing clothes or project bags or anything like that, but because I wanted my own sewing machine to hem up my pants. Because I'm just under 5'3", which in Norwegian or metric translates into 160 centimeters tall. So I'm a very short person. And whenever I go to a store and grab myself a pair of pants, I have to shorten them when I get back home because the fashion industry do not agree with my measurements. Anyway, that's just what you get used to when you're not a super slim model for Calvin Klein, I guess. So which means most of us. I wanted a sewing machine so I could hem up my own clothes. But now, of course, I want to make all the project bags and I want to start sewing clothes for myself because, well, let's face it, people like Katie from Inside Number 3, oh my goodness, the things that woman makes, are you kidding me? And Amy from Little Tailoress as well. Oh my goodness, come on guys, really? Those 2 people are just so inspiring to me when it comes to sewing. So I just haven't dabbled into it myself. It has a lot of patterns in here for babies and grown-ups as well. Let me see if I can find. Oh, I rambled on quite a bit there, didn't I? It has this. I have the Norwegian word for it now, which is lappeteppe, and I need to think. In English, it's called. Are you kidding me right now? I am completely stuck, and you will probably have been laughing for a while because I'm going to put it on the screen right here so you can see what I mean. And then there's the Norwegian knitwear designer that inspired me to start designing myself, and she knows this because I've told her. She is also the one that tipped me about the program that I use when I design patterns. And if you have read the interview that Naomi from Cozy Cute Knits did with me and published in the 1st of July 2018, I actually tell you what I use, and I would not have known about this program if it hadn't been for the fact that I asked this designer. The designer is Bitta Mikkelborg, and she is an absolute wonder. I am so amazed at all the things that she does, and I've gotten to know her a little bit, and she is just continuing to be an inspiration to me. I wish I had all her books, and I will one day, but until now, I just have these three and this one. This is the strikkekalender from 2017. A strikkekalender is a knitting calendar. So in here, you have all the months, and she has one pattern for each month. So for January, there's these socks. How pretty are those? Absolutely wonderful. She also has them with mitten patterns. But you see, the reason that I got this book was I do not know how to pronounce this. So polyhymnia. Oh, sorry for the exceptionally bad translation into wording there. But these fingerless mittens, oh my goodness, can you handle that? She has a sock pattern with this on, and I knit them, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. The socks are destroyed now, completely destroyed. I wore them to death. So I need to make them again, because that is probably the most beautiful sock pattern I know of, and I don't think it's available in English, sadly, but it comes with charts, and it is in one of the books. So if you can grab your hands on a book, I would definitely recommend it, and I will show it to you later. This is the mittens. This woman is so inspirational. And the first book that I got from her is the book that inspired me to start making knitting patterns, and it's washcloths or cloth. So a cloth can be anything from a washcloth to a coaster to a sail on a ship, believe it or not. And she actually has a segment in here where she talks about that. This is Bitta. Absolutely wonderful lady. She does have a Ravelry page, and some of her patterns are available there in English. So I recommend you go check that out. And I can remember to try and remind myself to link that down below. So one of the first washcloths I knit from her was, and I do think that to this day, this is probably the most popular pattern she has for washcloths. That is, she hosts a Krut along. Every summer she has this cloth along. She hosts in her Ravelry, in her Facebook group. She gives you 5 free washcloth patterns during the summer, and she hosts a knit along for them as well. And it's always, always, always a big, big hit. I think that she does have the most popular Facebook groups of all Norwegian designers, as far as I know. Stripete Vårdrem 75. See if I can find that washcloth I was yabbering about. This is probably one of her most famous washcloths. The stitch pattern here are not very known, but I instantly recognized it because I have had my eyes on this stitch pattern forever, and it's called Chinese Waves. And it looks like this, and that is the reason why I knit it, because I had always wanted to try and tackle that, but I did not know how. And she includes a chart for each of her patterns in these books. And I knit it, and I've knit a lot of the washcloths in here. The second book I got from her was Sokker, strikking hele året, so socks. And her theme is knitting all year round. So she makes patterns, so no matter what time of the year it is, you can always knit something from her patterns, which I think is brilliant. On the back here, you can see a pair of Halloween socks with spiders and skull cats. And a bat right down there. I never noticed that before. there you go. And in this book, the polyhymnia sock pattern is, and I think you can see the pattern a little more clearly here. Just need to find the index. Polyhymnia 137. I do believe that well, these socks have actually inspired me to make a pattern for a pair of socks that you haven't seen yet. It will come in time for Christmas. So let's see if I can get this in there without showing you the pattern. Look at that beautiful pattern. Oh my goodness. It's so pretty. So yeah, that is the Socker stricking hela året, again with charts. Charts for me. I know a lot of people dread charts, but for me, it's like a picture of what you can expect the pattern to look like, because once you learn what the chart symbols means, you will start seeing the pattern. Well, I hope anyway. That's the thing for you. You will start seeing the pattern, what it will look like just by looking at the chart. And I think that is a great resource. So I always make my patterns with charts. This is strømper strikking hele året, which also translates into socks, because we have a lot of words for socks. There's strømper, sokker, lasta, all depending on where you're from in the country actually. And I say lasta for thicker woolen socks for winter, and strømpa for thinner socks that I use all year round. Little Norwegian. And I got this book purely because of this pattern. I really want to knit that pattern. It's so pretty, so pretty. Garn magazine, which is a fairly new Norwegian magazine. I wish it would have been a little bigger, because it can be a little, when knitting from a smaller booklet like this, I feel like I need to be a little violent for the pages to stay out, but it's okay. This is the first magazine they published, and this is their fourth. I love these. Ellie from Skinder has a pattern in here. They're called Snøvotter. You will probably have seen and heard about those. And then there's Rib Magazine. Now, Rib Magazine is an English pattern booklet for men, which was about freaking time. So I got 2 copies because I think that it's important to have something in your library for the males in the family, and if one should ever find that significant other. But until that day, I have a brother, and I have a father, and I have friends who are male. So I think that these 2 are very handy, because it doesn't always have to be color work just because you're from Norway. A lot of people think that just because you're from Norway, you always knit color work. That's not the case. So Rib Magazine also give you a drink recipe for every magazine. I don't know if they do that yet, because I only have these 2, but yeah. And they also has these pages where they write a little bit about the designers. Garn Magazine also does that. Garn Magazine has now 1 copy. When I publish this video, they have at least 1 copy of their magazine in English, so make sure that you check out Garn, the magazine, and go from there. I will link them here, and if I post about this on Instagram, I will tag them there as well, so you can find them very easily. Yeah, there are a lot of very cool patterns in here. I think this one would be absolutely amazing for my brother. So Kent Magne, if you're watching this, would you like a cable sweater like this? Just putting it out there. I think there's a lot of very, very pretty patterns in here. This one is very awesome. And the pattern I just showed you is the one from the front. This is their first. I have number 1 and number 2, so that one was number 2, and this one is number 1. Eric from Sticks Plus Twine, he had a podcast. It's been forever since he published anything, so I don't know if he still is a podcaster per se, but at least if you know who he is one of those who actually makes this happen, so. And there's a lot of very beautiful photography in this booklets. absolutely amazing and inspiring and all that. And again, with the drink recipe. So yeah, they are just so cool. And I think it's very awesome that they have included this, because fingerless mitts are not just for the women. Finally, shawls too. Shawls can easily be put on a male and not be, you know, gender specific. Here it is with a cowl, or is it a scarf? Oh, it's a scarf. So yeah, those are my Norwegian knitting pattern books, and that aren't, you know, stranded colorwork specified, and also some booklets. And that was that for this video. I really need to go and handle social media, as you can tell, so thank you so much for watching, whoever you are and wherever you are. Thank you for being here. I hope to see you back here. Have an absolutely amazing, wonderful, and exceptional day. Bye.